When comedians cross the line, you see careers explode in real time. 1 second they're cracking jokes, the next they're trending on Twitter for reasons that would make their publicists fake their own death. We're talking about those moments when comedians went from hero to zero faster than you can say, "That's not what I meant." So, grab some popcorn because this is about to get messy. The Kramer meltdown. Back in 2006, Seinfeld's beloved Kramer was trying to prove he could hold his own as a stand-up. At the Laugh Factory in Los Angeles, hecklers interrupted Michael Richards' set. Instead of handling it with wit, Richards exploded into a racist tirade involving repeated use of the N-word and references to lynching. This wasn't a joke gone wrong, it was a career implosion. The moment was captured on shaky cell phone footage and uploaded online before going viral was even a thing. The fallout was immediate and brutal. Richards appeared on Letterman via satellite with Jerry Seinfeld sitting awkwardly in the studio audience trying to apologize. Instead of damage control, the apology became nearly as infamous as the incident itself.
Why don't you explain exactly what happened for the folks who may not know?
I got heckled and I took it badly and went into a rage. But I'm really busted up over this, and I'm very, very sorry to those people in the audience. The blacks, the Hispanics, the whites, everyone that was there that took the brunt of that anger and hate and rage and how it came through.
Richards never recovered. His name became shorthand for comedy self-destruction, a reminder that sometimes there's no coming back once you've crossed a certain line. While Richards' tirade was clearly beyond comedy, our next case shows how even up-and-coming stars can lose it all before their big break. The SNL dream that lasted 4 days. What happened that one night was like getting your dream job only to lose it before you even clock in. That's what happened to Shane Gillis in 2019 when he was announced as a new Saturday Night Live cast member. Just 4 days later, he was fired. The reason? Internet sleuths dug through his podcast, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. In it, Gillis mocked Asian accents, used racial slurs, and made homophobic remarks that sounded less like edgy comedy.
Damn, Chinatown's fucking nuts.
It's crazy, dude.
It is full fucking China. Dude, it's a fucking Chinese down there.
I wonder how that started. They just built one fucked up looking building and people were like, all right, no one said anything.
Let the fucking chinks live there, huh?
Well, they built these fucking like huge Shanghai houses. The first one must have infuriated everyone. They were like,
I'm pissed
what
now.
the
I go
fuck?
down there, I'm like, what are you guys doing here? We got in there and we sat down and baby girl and I was like, yo, chill.
More like the worst barroom banter imaginable. NBC acted fast. The same week Gillis was celebrated, he was canceled. At first, he doubled down, claiming that comedy was being stifled. Later, he offered a more tempered apology. Ironically, the controversy gave more visibility than SNL might have. His comedy shows attracted huge crowds, and after being canceled, he used it to build a loyal fan base. Unlike Gillis, the next case shows how a routine on stage can collapse into outrage in a matter of seconds. The homophobic rant on stage. In 2011, 30 Rock star Tracy Morgan was performing stand-up in Nashville when his set took a dark turn. What started as a typical edgy routine spiraled into a rant where Morgan declared that if his son were gay, he would stab him. The line wasn't just unfunny, it shocked the audience. Word of the rant spread quickly, and Morgan faced immediate backlash. Activist groups condemned him, fans expressed outrage, and even NBC was pressured to respond given his central role in one of their biggest shows at the time. Morgan eventually issued a public apology, admitting he'd gone way too far and promising to use his platform more responsibly. While he kept his career, the incident stained his reputation and reminded comedians that what happens during a set can explode far beyond the comedy club walls. And if Morgan's meltdown showed how live comedy can derail a career in seconds, Roseanne Barr proved that sometimes it only takes a single tweet to burn everything down. The tweet that killed a revival. In 2018, Roseanne Barr was riding high again. Her iconic sitcom Roseanne had been rebooted to record ratings, making her the face of working-class America on TV. Then, with one tweet, she lost it all. Barr posted that Valerie Jarrett, a former Obama advisor, looked like the child of the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes. The backlash was instant. Within hours, ABC canceled Roseanne, despite it being their biggest hit. Barr tried everything to walk it back, calling it a joke, blaming Ambien, but the damage was irreversible. The network replaced her with The Connors, which went on without her. Barr went from comeback queen to cautionary tale in less than 24 hours.
You can't just stand on the front porch staring at your Muslim neighbors. It's just so obvious you're spying on them.
Do you see the crazy amount of fertilizer they got stacked up near their garage? That's how how they make bombs. What if this is a sleeper cell full of terrorists getting ready to blow up our neighborhood?
This case highlights how timing's everything, and no one can understand the danger of timing more than Gilbert Gottfried. Too soon after 9/11, Gilbert Gottfried was famous for his abrasive delivery and willingness to go too far. But in 2001, just weeks after September 11th, he tested the limits at a Friars Club roast. Gottfried joked about taking a flight with a layover at the Empire State Building.
I have to catch a flight to California. I can't get a direct flight. They said they have to stop at the Empire State Building first.
The audience, mostly New Yorkers who were still grieving, went silent and shouted too soon. To salvage the set, Gottfried pivoted to the most obscene version of the aristocrats joke ever told, which paradoxically won the crowd back. It became legendary among comics. Gottfried's too soon curse struck again in 2011. After the Japanese tsunami, he tweeted a series of jokes mocking the disaster. This time the backlash wasn't confined to a roast crowd, it was global. Aflac, who employed him as the voice of their famous duck, fired him immediately. Unlike Richards, Gottfried remained beloved among hardcore comedy fans, but he became a textbook example. Tragedy plus no time equals unemployment. Still, some cancellations happen not because of tragic timing, but because of how society shifts. The trans community backlash. Dave Chappelle is arguably one of the greatest living comedians, but even legends aren't immune to controversy. In his 2021 Netflix special, The Closer, Chappelle doubled down on his history of trans jokes. He declared himself Team TERF, compared transgender women to blackface, and defended J.K. Rowling's views on gender identity. The backlash was immediate. LGBTQ+ groups condemned him. Netflix employees staged walkouts and venues canceled his shows. And yet Chappelle didn't fall. Netflix stood by him and his fans rallied in support. Instead of killing his career, the controversy became a cultural flashpoint, sparking endless debates about free speech, identity, and comedy's role in social commentary. Chappelle weathered the storm with backing. Some comedians find that even their own industry turns against them. Misogyny that defined the 80s. In the late 1980s, Andrew Dice Clay was selling out arenas with his leather jacket persona and offensive nursery rhymes. His act was drenched in misogyny, with nursery rhyme parodies that turned into explicit sexual punchlines. Audiences either adored him or despised him. By 1990, the backlash hit critical mass. When he hosted Saturday Night Live, cast member Nora Dunn refused to appear. Musical guest Sinead O'Connor also boycotted. MTV banned him altogether. The industry that had propelled him suddenly turned its back. Clay's career peaked and collapsed almost simultaneously. His story showed how changing social attitudes could turn a superstar into a pariah overnight. Still, some cancellations come not from cultural shifts, but from a single shocking stunt. The presidential photo that shocked America. Kathy Griffin built her career on celebrity mockery and outrageous stunts. But in 2017, she crossed a line that even her own fans couldn't defend. In a photo shoot with Tyler Shields, Griffin posed holding a bloody severed head resembling President Donald Trump. She thought it was edgy political commentary, even comparing it later to classical imagery like David and Goliath. The reaction was universal condemnation. CNN dropped him from their New Year's Eve coverage. She lost endorsement deals, and even close friends like Anderson Cooper distanced themselves. The Secret Service investigated her. Griffin later admitted the stunt wasn't funny and it destroyed her career for years.
Hey everybody, it's me, Kathy Griffin. I sincerely apologize. I am just now seeing the reaction of these images. I'm a comic. I crossed the line. I moved the line, then I cross it. I went way too far. The image is too disturbing. I understand how it offends people. It wasn't funny. I get it. I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. I will continue. I ask your forgiveness, taking down the image, gonna ask the photographer to take down the image, and I begged for your forgiveness. I went too far. I made a mistake and I was wrong.
Her misstep was calculated, but sometimes comedians face backlash for material they once thought was progressive. The blackface photo resurfaces. Sarah Silverman built her career on sharp satire that often pushed boundaries. But in 2019, a photo resurfaced from a 2000 sketch on the Sarah Silverman program where she wore blackface. The sketch had been intended as a commentary on racism, with Silverman's character trying to prove whether it was harder to be black or Jewish. Even in 2007, the bit was controversial. But in 2019, in a cultural climate far less forgiving of blackface in any context, it became indefensible. Silverman was dropped from the film I Smile Back and faced widespread criticism. She apologized sincerely, admitting that regardless of intent, the execution was harmful. Her career survived, but the incident forced her to reckon with how satire can sometimes reinforce the very stereotypes it seeks to dismantle. And then there are cancellations that come not from old material resurfacing, but from a brand new blunder caught on camera. The Asian slur heard round the world. In 2021, Tony Hinchcliffe was performing in Austin, Texas, introducing fellow comedian Ping Dang. What should have been a simple introduction turned into career self-sabotage. Hinchcliffe used an anti-Asian slur and made racist comments about Dang's ethnicity while Dang was still on stage.
Yes, hello, good evening, welcome, hello. How about one more time for the filthy little chink that was just up here? All you race traitors are hooping and hollering. I'm back there watching you puking in a bucket.
The moment was recorded and went viral almost instantly. Hinchcliffe was dropped by his talent agency, removed from upcoming shows, and widely condemned by peers in the comedy community. Unlike other comedians on this list, his joke wasn't even an attempt at satire. It was just straight up racism dressed up as comedy. Comedy's always been about towing the line, but these days the line moves fast. What killed on stage yesterday can cancel you today. Some comics deserve the backlash, others just got caught in shifting times. Either way, in the age of viral clips, every mic is a minefield. One bad joke can kill the room and the career. And if you like this breakdown, smash that like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned for the next comedy train wreck.